What's up guys, Ranger Rig Overland here today with another install on the rig. Today we're actually installing the newest version of the Relation Race Wheel sliders. A couple different things about this one. I'll go more in depth with you guys as we get to those different parts. But sit back guys, relax, and let me explain how to install these ones. They're a little bit different than the other ones. I'll show all those key points like I mentioned, but super stoked for this. Thank you again, Relation Race Wheels, for sending these out. Let's get started guys. Okay guys, for this build, I'm gonna be a little more hands-on with the camera. It's just gonna be me. I don't have my buddy Andrew helping me out today. That's okay, because you can totally do these by yourselves. You just need some jack stands like I have here. 2 jack stands will help just to hold the slider in position while you're trying to mount it up. Right now the slider was just taken off. I have both sliders already mounted up just to make sure I knew how to do it myself. And just to see how they looked and performed. Super stoked on the top plate, by the way. Let's get underneath, show you guys where these are mounted up. But first I think I should show you the hardware. And you'll see here, our backing plates are a little bit different. They're full plates, front, middle, back. You'll see the back plate now has 2 mounting locations on it. Your hardware bolts are going to be the same. 2 washers, super thick gauge steel, and an aircraft nut on the back. Your tools are going to be a 14mm. I like to use the speed wrench, and then a 14mm socket for the other side, as well as some zip ties. These are going to be key. I would also recommend some type of cutters to help get the wires, the clips that hold them to the frame rail, to get those off, to give you that room, and then we'll go ahead and reattach to the frame rail with some zip ties. But alright guys, let me show you the mounting locations for these. Alright guys, looking at the driver side frame rail from the front, here's your body mount right here. First frame rail hole right here. Your second frame rail hole is where the first mounting location frontmost to the vehicle on the slider will mount. Hole number 3. The new position here. Hole number 3. Hole number 4 is your second mounting location. Hole number 5. Hole number 6. Hole number 7. Those are your 2 back mounting locations. Hole number 8, and there'll be another one back there. Can't get the camera to focus, but you guys will see it once you're down here. So 9 holes on each side of the vehicle. You're gonna use the 2nd, the 4th, the 6th, and the 7th hole. It's gonna be the same on both the driver and the passenger side. I'll show you some of these structural changes too. We got this new crossbar right there. Comes out to the front. As well as another crossbar here that goes to the back for support. Alright guys, so once you get your slider, I recommend to get your slider into position, either with a buddy. Maybe you got a, I don't know, a shop stool you can put underneath here, some jack stands, something to hold it in this position. Once again, at the 2nd, the 4th, the 6th, and the 7th hole, just get those lined up, get the angle correct. Try to get it as flush as you can. It'll also help with the install, especially if you're doing it by yourself. This will definitely help with the install. And as I aforementioned, you can do this by yourself. This is what I will be doing. But if you get this setup perfect, it'll make it a lot easier. Alright guys, let's get underneath the vehicle. Let me show you what kind of trimming you're going to have to do. This is your 4th hole for your second mounting location from the front to the back. These clips here, I recommend to at least try to remove them or move them out so you can get in here to ratchet and, you know, tighten down the bolts. Just allows a lot of freedom. Let's see here, I kind of bent this wiring. I recommend not doing that. Behind this plug is a mounting location right here. Move out of the way. It's gonna have a tab in it. Get my wrench in there. I just clipped it off. Again, just gonna zip tie this all back. Remove this one as well, just to give it a little more room. Focus you guys up. Also remove this one over here. This tab. This is your frontmost mount location. And also because these are full backing plates, so they're going to go from the top of the frame rail to the bottom. So as like this one would be in the complete way, so it had to go. But we'll zip tie this all and it'll be tight. Nothing to snag while we're off-roading. But that's basically all the trimming you'll have to do on the clips over here. The passenger side needs no clipping at all. Let me go ahead and show you the completed passenger side actually. So this is what we're looking at here. This is the passenger side, front of the vehicle. Bolt goes through, backing plate. Again, like I mentioned before, it's the same hole, so second hole, fourth hole. Let me switch you guys over to here. And then the back plate. 2 bolts through, kind of an L shape, pretty fat L. But this backing plate alone is super stout. My recommendation for order would be to do the back last. Because if you tighten the back down, it will pretty much set the whole trajectory for the slider. Alright guys, so once you're underneath the vehicle, at the front of it, and you've kind of cleared some room with these clips, either cutting them or if you can somehow manage to get them out, that's even better. Grab the bolts, your hardware, it'll be able to split up and won't be like mine. Line up your slider as best you can. Lined up. Lovely. This all the way up. That's hot. Much. Alright. Okay guys, once you get your bolt through, put your backing plate on. Slide your washer on, aircraft nut. I like to just start with a good tighten, but not go full tight, just so it gives a little bit of wiggle room, so you can make sure all the other points are properly situated. Just to at least get it on there, and then move on to the next one. Alright, get your bolt in there, get your hardware all on. Alright guys, get this one just, you know, tight but not fully tight, and let's move on to the rear. Alright guys, so once you get your sliders all set up where you want them, let's go ahead and secure some of these wires back down. For my length of zip ties, I had to double up. Maybe not for yours. Get those wires nice and high and tight. And tighten down your zip ties. Okay, let's make sure it's all nice and secure. This install's done. And like I said, guys, the other side's very simplistic. I would start with the passenger side first. You'll do the same process. Line it up with whatever you're using to line them up. Get the right holes. No wiring or anything to mess with over here, so it's super straightforward. Well, that's basically it, guys. The install is done. Sliders are on. They look amazing. Great for protection. And the top plate helps as a step to get inside. Drop a like, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Peace.